The year was 1999 when I began my professional career as a complete novice in one of the public registries. The work practice in that registry was purely manual. Classification and index scheme was an archaic, bulky document bound by very hard cover and a hard metal spine. I didn't know anything about records management back then, save for a small dint at a library. But then again, I knew deep down that I needed to bring in a change. I needed to make a difference in my newfound job, even though I didn't quite understand the rules of practice yet. I yearned for a faster way of doing things, and thus imagined what it would be like to incorporate information technology in my workplace. This, however, was not going to be possible without the practical skills in that field. I quickly enrolled into a diploma course in information technology and eventually did my final project, which was an attempt to actually automate the work processes at the registry. My college supervisor loved it, and as simple as it was, proved it to be something doable, and that earned me a distinction. That was not enough. I knew an IT system was just a tool, or rather, a means to the end. There needed to be much more that goes into the actual determinants of the workflows and all. I encouraged myself to pursue a bachelor's degree in information science to gain some steps in my wider agenda of, yes, bringing in some change. Thanks to the degree, I gained physical, practical skills in information science with a particular focus in archives and records management. Armed with the IT skills, I was well positioned to carry out electronic records management, merging the two fields seamlessly. It is, however, unfortunate that, up to date, I have not been able to fully implement what I had envisaged for the registry due to budget cuts for the records management function at my workplace. My superiors, nevertheless, noticed my enthusiasm and drive. They resolved to move me to an office where they knew I would take charge in turning around management of records and general work practice and ethics. True to their perception, as manual as things were, I told myself, if I have a computer, what little thing can I do with it? Even without a fully functional electronic document and records management system, I formulated a simple Excel sheet that tracks all the mails that get into our office, and this has helped track a lot of records back to the year 2014. Introducing the electronic register was easy at the initial stages since I was the one operating it most of the time. But then, I slowly trained my colleagues since work did not need to stop while I was away. They loved it and found it way better than flipping through huge volumes of books to track records dating back ages ago. Yes, the office gets clients who want to know what action was taken on their documents dating back 3 to 4 years ago. The benefits of this concept were immediate. Everyone, including the bosses, appreciated its existence. The parameters I used to determine the success of this concept were tested in 2019 when an elderly retiree came following through on his uniform claim. He went to the Human Resource Department and was told he needed to first know when the document left our office. When he came, I simply punched in a few of his details that were captured in the department's request, and voila! I found the date. He was able to follow up and get his payment processed. And yes, he remembered to come back and say thank you. He had apparently gone to the HR for a cool 3 months following what I was able to track for him in less than 5 minutes. I would recommend to organizations not to wait for a huge budget to incorporate use of computers in actual management of records. Start small, experience the benefits, and scale up. The success of the small works done with the computers could as well form a basis to justify the need for a budget allocation for an electronic document and records management system.